right now, uh, man, I get so many inquiries, so many questions around just what do you feel like the market's going to do? Do you feel like the market will change and interest rates will go down? People will get back to buying properties at record numbers, et cetera. Get all of those types of questions consistently. So, with rising interest rates and affordability being truly a challenge in the US, what are some different financing solutions and benefits that you would recommend or that you can educate us on? And then options for, to really help investors and make buying investment properties more affordable.
You bet. I mean, you have the chicken or the egg. And what I mean by that, look, when interest rates come down, what happens to home prices, Marco? They go up, right?
Mhm.
So when we start talking about the chicken and the egg and building portfolios, which I've helped my clients do for more than 20 years, it's you always buy when others are not buying. And you're going to have some short-term pain generally when you do that under the traditional model. Well, what's the short-term pain? Right now, it's much higher interest rates. DSCR interest rates are pushing 8.5 to 9%, depending on credit scores. They require 20 or 25% down. Traditional mortgages are running in the high sevens for 20% down and mid to high sevens for 25% down. And you really can't, it's very difficult to cash flow properties. Then, you start unpacking this. So that's problem number one. Well, okay, well, I'll buy it at a discount because the sellers have already cut the price one or two or three times. So I'm getting a discount, but now I buy with a higher interest rate. Well, now I have the refinance costs, and then I have the pain in the nose or the factor of going through those refinance costs and challenges that I've got to go through in a year or 2 years or whenever rates do come down.
Mhm.
So what would it look like if you could actually get a far below market interest rate today and you're able to capitalize on cherry properties that sellers have already cut the price one, two, maybe even three times? And if you could get a far below market interest rate, I mean, even below private wealth money, that property could cash flow and you actually could have your cake and eat it too. Well, that's the program of more. And so we actually created a buyer side of more and a seller side of more. Where does more come from? Everybody wants more, right? Nobody ever complains when they get more for the same price or less. They just don't. And so,
Absolutely.
unless it's trash, I guess. If you're talking about if you're a seller, how about getting a higher sales price?
Mhm.
Or because you're not being asked to cut the sales price again after you've cut it two or three times. For a buyer, whether you're a primary residence buyer or you're an investor buyer, how about being able to buy more home for less money?
Yep.
How about being able to cash flow our property right away? How about not having an impending, taking a higher interest rate up front and then having to do a refinance with those costs? How would that look? So that's what we did with more. And